Hello everyone and welcome to episode 146 of the TEW 2020 New Japan Pro Wrestling series here on the channel, as it is the Wrestle Dynasty Tour in a special Saturday edition of the series here. As far as this I was hoping to at least get this out by Friday, because Wednesday and Thursday was a no-go, very busy, but we're here for Saturday at least. The tour is a little shortened. The schedule is gonna be having some changes, so just kind of had to rearrange some shit. Usually we have 5 Road 2 shows, then the final day, which of course make it 6. This time around for this tour, it's actually going to be 3 Road 2 shows plus the final show, so cutting it down by 2 shows. Nothing too crazy. It's just going to be a little bit more condensed as far as being in America. Usually we kind of go half and half with it. This time everything's just going to be in the U.S. As far as having the New Japan Strong taping on Wednesday, going into the actual tour itself too. So just kind of helping us out a little bit there. But the main event is, of course, the fallout from the King of Pro Wrestling tournament, as Rush will be taking on Tyler Black. Big time heavyweight title matchup there, obviously, as far as Tyler Black. Awaiting confirmation when exactly he'll be facing Sonata, if he will even still be facing Sonata. Of course, still negotiating there. As far as for the New Japan office and, I guess you could say, the group that is Designs for Perfection, King of Torture, and Peace, Love, and War. So there is that on the horizon, if, of course, he can beat Rush, because that is not an easy feat, obviously. Rush is, might be, of course, as far as the second ever luchador to become the heavyweight champion, as far as we'll be following La Sombra, which I think would be very fitting for him. But, yeah, I mean, that's a fun matchup, though. That is speed versus power. Maybe not so much speed anymore, as far as for Tyler Black at 2028, but at one point, it would have been a speed and power matchup. Or speed versus power matchup. The Intercontinental title matchup is the co-main event. Jon Moxley versus Hayato Tamura. Of course, Moxley is one half of the tag team champions already, so no IWGP tag team title matchup on this show. But Moxley, as far as I would say, is probably the biggest, well, maybe not the biggest, because that'd probably be Tyler Black, actually. Probably the second biggest Gaijin star that we have. So I feel like to have the first and the second in our main and co-main makes a lot of sense. And also, too, I mean, he's been having big-time matches. That's the one title he's never held yet, is the Intercontinental title. So that could make a lot of sense there. U.S. title matchup, Pentagon Jr. versus Jay White. Fallout from, as far as with Pentagon Jr. and Jay White, obviously Pentagon Jr. had a hell of a run in the King of Pro Wrestling tournament. Came up short in the end, but him and Rush, so as far as having obviously nice runs, as far as making it all, as far as a chance for Pentagon Jr. to almost make it all the way to winning it all. Figured also too, him and Jay White, they had the matchup at the G1, which saw Pentagon Jr. beat Jay White as well. So a little bit of 2 birds with 1 stone here as far as for the U.S. title matchup. Should be a fun match, though. We'll see how Pentagon Jr. and Jay White plays out. Never openweight title matchup is Ray Phoenix taking on Will Hobbs. So a big night, potentially, for Task Force Death here. As far as the Lucha Brothers in title matches, plus Jon Moxley, too. If all 3 get the win here, and the challengers walk away as champions, boy, oh boy, what a night this could be for Task Force Death. But that is a very much a speed versus power matchup, as the powerhouse Will Hobbs taking on Ray Phoenix. This is a rematch from the G1, as well as Ray Phoenix beat Will Hobbs. So again, this is just following up from that. IWGP Women's title match with the new champion Mayu Iwatani makes her first defense, at least here in New Japan. She's already made, I believe, a couple of defenses throughout the save already all over the world. But as Sari taking on Mayu Iwatani. It should be a fun matchup. Sari, as far as she's pretty solid, as far as for what I was hoping for. Not as great as obviously Mayu Iwatani or Io Shirai, maybe, as far as performance-wise right now. Just because she's been booked Not so great in the WWE, which is kind of funny because obviously in real life it did not go well at all. But as far as here, at least she was put on the main roster and was not given an incredibly racist gimmick. But yeah, I mean that should be actually a really good matchup as far as at least on paper. We'll see how it does in the save. But the junior heavyweight tag team title matchup. Hiroshi Tanahashi has put together a bit of a dream team. As far as two Lionmark stars of Daichi Hashimoto and Kushida to take on the Velocities to try and get rid of Designs of Perfection getting having the junior heavyweight tag team titles. We'll see if Hashimoto and Kushida get the job done or if Velocities will retain successfully there. New Japan Strong Women's Openweight Tag Team title matchup as well as the Donna Del Mondo team. Julian Saki Akai taking on Becky Knockout Quinn and Toni Storm of the Four Horsewomen. That actually should be a good little Joshi tag match there. And to kick off the show, a 2v2v2 first fall to a finish. New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team title matchup. Alex Coughlin and Juice Robinson of Peace, Love, and War. Gable and Guarini, of course, of Suzuki-gun. And then the champions, Hiromu Takahashi and Ryu Lee, battling it out. It's going to be a hell of a first chance as far as for defenses is there for Hiromu and Ryu Lee. We'll see how they do as far as if they can hang on to those titles and walk away still the New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team Champions, or will we see new champs in either the Peace, Love, and War team or the Suzuki-gun team. But yeah, that is the card. It's actually kind of funny how straightforward it is. As far as you have the multi-man tag matchup to open up the show, then 2 tag matches, and then 5 straight singles matches, all title matches, and a little bit of everything. The women's title, never openweight title, US, IC, and then heavyweight. It just kind of flows together quite nicely, if I do say so myself. We'll see how it actually runs, though. As far as the Wrestle Dynasty Road 2 show, the first one, of course, will not be running in Japan this time around, because it will just be all in America, as a couple of backstage incidents as well. Tanahashi passing on selling tips to Yoshino Ichikawa, and Satoshi Kojima passing on mic for work to Hayato Tamura, as always. As far as the main event goes, so we have the first for junior heavyweight tag team matchup with Hashimoto and Kushida against the Divine Angels there. Moxley and Umino against the Dragons Den. We could pencil this in as, it's a technical match class matchup. Never mind. As Hayato Tamura is going to beat Shota Umino, though. So, nice win for the Dragons Den team. LIJ United Empire, which trios matchup here. Sombra, Yotasuchi, SB Kento against Xavier Jr., Falter, and Lee Moore. Yeah, this actually never opened 6-man tag team title matchup, so I wanted to at least have these belts defended at some point during the tour. Figured why not just kick it off with this big time matchup here, and of course they will retain in that matchup, but a hell of a matchup though nonetheless. As far as, and also I just want to double check and see. We just ran the Northwest for New Japan Strong. So I think we're going to go Southwest here for this first Road 2 show. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, Samtown's Las Vegas would be about 6,000. So it's going to be a little smaller than that. Goddamn Staples Center. Boy, before they fucking renamed it. Yeah, T-Mobile, there's no way that only fits 20,000 people. Maybe it does. Jesus. As the Walter Pyramid, why not? New Japan, of course, ran that in real life, so might as well. I actually like the way that venue kind of looked, too. Looked pretty cool on the inside. We'll add the Daichi Hashimoto Kushida matchup here against the Divine Angels. Hashimoto's going to beat Archangel Daveno, which is a huge win, actually. Probably should have had Garza lose to him, but we'll keep it. Oh, and we got to change Archangel Daveno in this one, as far as is it going to be him and J.S. Hayes. So, of course, the Young Lion will be losing in that affair. I mean, yeah, we'll just use Drew Parker. Why not? Actually, it works out pretty well. Yeah, as Parker gets the win. Sick. Of course, that will open up the show. We're also going to have, that might actually be the co-main, though, we're going to have next here. Becky Knockout Quinn and Toni Storm taking on the team of the Tokyo Cyber Squad of Starlight Kid and Hana Kimura. This is a hell of a matchup. Becky Knockout Quinn's going to beat Hana Kimura here. this is really going to give them a lot of momentum going into their title matchup. So we'll snag that there, switch that around, and then Yehai and Hook against Samurai Del Sol and Demonic Bomba. Joshi Junior tag matchup here with Hook and Yehai against Del Sol and Demonic Bomba. Is Yehai is going to beat Demonic Bomba, which is a hell of a win there for the Suzuki-gun team. Back-to-back kind of junior heavyweight tag matches. Might not work out too well, having two types of similar matches back-to-back, but I also think it's a little bit different as far as with this one's kind of like a styles clash of technical grapplers and hard-hitting performers, and Hashimoto against Divine Angels, whereas Samurai Del Sol, Demonic Bomb, and and Hook is kind of more lucha versus grappling as far as from that regard with and Hook. Which even then, I mean, they can obviously grapple as well, so I think that'd actually be a fun little matchup. But we're good on that. Let's run it. As far as the first Road 2 show, starts off with a 56, rather, as far as Drew Parker beating JSAs with a flying foot stomp in 10 minutes. Yeah, he doubled him. In-ring performance-wise, 82 for Moxley and Umino against the Dragon's Den team. Tamura with a jackhammer over Shota Umino. Great performance, though, from Tamura, obviously, with the excellent chemistry plus the good pairing with him and Danielson. That was an 82. It's 78 for Samurai Del Sol and Demonic Mamba against Yehai and Hook. What a win for Suzuki-gun. Relatively close, actually. Yehai at least outperformed Bomba, but it's kind of crazy. Hook outperformed Fred Yehai. I think if this was in Japan, this would have probably went a little differently as far as ratings-wise. But it was a good match, though. Koji Clutch as well for Yehai, getting the win there. 77 for Hashimoto and Kushida against Archangel Daveno. Vertical drop brainbuster from Hashimoto onto Daveno, beating one half of course, the Divine Angels there, and getting the win over the Divine Angels in their first tag team matchup. Hashimoto's got to bring his carrying boots in this one. It's actually a couple point difference. It was actually pretty close as far as with the ratings there. And at 77, again, I thought for sure this would be a lot better, but Becky Knockout Quinn and Toni Storm beating Starlight Kid and Hana Kimura in a good matchup here, but hard knocks for Becky Knockout Quinn over Hana Kimura. I guess you could say it's decent for overall-wise, but I'd say for the tour show, 77, we'll gladly take that. But an 88 for the Never Openweight title matchup, the six-man Never Openweight title matchup, Lee Moriarty gets the win, retains championships as far as for him and Falter and Zack Sabre Jr. with the Tiger Driver 18. Great shit there, everybody. But obviously, Yo Tsuji and SB Kento brought their game as far as having a good matchup there and a good main event. That was fun to run. Have a title matchup on the Road 2 show. Why not? Might as well, right? As far as to get the show off to a hot start like that, to get the tour off to a hot start rather, with the Never Openweight six-man tag team title matchup to kick it off. So that's day one in the books. Only 2 more days left. 2 and 3 left. On to day 2 we go. Alrighty, day 2 as far as the Road 2 shows. As, of course, we'll not be running the Yokohama Gymnasium. But Bull as far as passing on tips on microphone work to Mari Akamoto. And, passing on psychology tips to Isako Yaku Shuji. As far as, been procrastinating on getting more pictures done. We got one for Isako Yaku Shuji. And we're also, I believe, having one for Hitomi Okamura, as far as, didn't mean that. We, since we just ran the Southwest, probably just go to the Mid-South area, or we can go to the Midwest and just kind of, I think actually we'll do that instead. We haven't even ran there since August anyways. Let's see, Independence, Missouri, we'll just pick that for now, in case we don't find one better, but, this is perfect, actually. Omaha, Nebraska. Ralston Arena. Works for me. So, as far as Kingdom of Torture, Lucha Brothers, this is Jay White and Devitt against, of course, Lucha Brothers. Pentagon Jr. is going to beat King Devitt there. A little building as far as matchup-wise. Some more momentum for the challenger in Pentagon Jr. Peace, Love, and War versus Monstars U. A trios matchup. Donovan Dijak. Actually, I don't know why we had Dijak get the win here. Because I think we're going to have Dijak beat Clark Connors. But I think we're actually going to have Juice beat Samoa Joe. Tough break because I love Joe. But again, it's 2028, unfortunately. Juice is probably going to be the best guy in that matchup. We also have... So we have a Young Lioness matchup and a Young Lion matchup as well on the card. With Koji Kamai against Fumiya Nakanawa and Junta. Miyawaki, rather, Jesus, as Yota Tsuji, SB Kento, Astronauts, Technical Masterclass matchup here. A little win back for Los Ingobernables de Opponent. I guess we could have went with Alexander and Gavin McGavin here. Yeah, might as well, right? That'd make a lot more sense. Oh, yeah, Gavin McGavin. There we go. Perfect. Sometimes you just gotta change it up as you go. Dante Martin and Hiro Kawato. This is the Steal the Show matchup. A little junior singles matchup here. So Dante Martin's going to beat Kawato in 11 minutes. That actually should be a decent little matchup. I think we're going to have this go second on the card, which obviously Koji Kamai is going to get the win with Francesca Kier getting the win in 10 minutes. And then Sari and Hitomi Okamura, which Sari's going to get the win. Not the greatest selections of what we can pick out of for the female side of things. But, as far as, I guess, it's better than nothing. As far as for Hitomi Okamura. But yeah, we're good to go. Obviously, the booking analysis is just going to be because we changed that matchup. Yep. So we're good to go. Let's run it. As 60. Yeah, Sari and Hitomi Okamura. So the drop kick for Sari. We got to change her goddamn finishes. By the looks of it, she gets the win now in 10 minutes. Koji Kamai beating Junta Miyawaki and Fumiya Nakanawa, which Junta was rusty, which is brutal to see. But El Tiro del Airbender, of course, is on fire right now with his benefiting from the hot new move, and he's looking just great out there. Excellent chemistry too, just all the things going well for us there. Kawato and Dante Martin, and Dante gets the win. Kind of crazy, there's only a 3-point difference, but yeah, Dante getting the win in 10 minutes with a springboard cutter in a 71. Another 71 as Yota Tsuji and Josh Alexander, or rather Yota Tsuji and SB Kento against Josh Alexander and Gavin McGavin. As Tsuji and SB getting the win. I just realized the Technical Masterclass matchup was kind of out of order here. But Yota Tsuji getting the win over Gavin McGavin as he gets him with the spear. As the next matchup, Peace, Love, and War versus Monstars U. Juice beating Samoa Joe with the Pulp Friction. So yeah, Juice was the best guy in the matchup, but then Coughlin. Then Dijak, though. But yeah, Samoa Joe with a 56. Best guy beats the worst guy there. Pretty straightforward stuff. And Pulp Friction as well. Main event, though, gets an 88. As Ray Phoenix and Pentagon Jr. beating Devitt and Jay White. Cross armbar from Pentagon Jr. over Devitt in 21-35. Because, yeah, that was kind of funny how it didn't actually hurt us, too, to have the Steel Show matchup of the Technical Masterclass matchup. It's wild. We'll take it. Well, an 85. Another pretty good main event as well for the tour show. This tour is actually going pretty well. As on to the final tour show, as far as for day 3. Alrighty, so for the final Row 2 show, of course, we got a couple of backs. Oh my god, we have so many. As Tanahashi passing on microphone work to Yoshino Ichigawa. Hiromu passing on microphone work to Ashihiko Kai, as far as that. Sanada passing on psychology tips to Kenji Shiga. Bull Nakano, again, passing on microphone work to Mario Akamoto and to Isaka Yokoshuji. And Shinsuke Ace passing on psychology to Takuya Komini. As far as from that regard, Jesus Christ, what a list there. As Will Hobbs and Evil against Lucha Brothers. Obviously building up to the Hobbs-Ray Phoenix matchup here. Ray Phoenix is going to be beating Evil. Shane Strickland and Tyler Black versus Roosh and Riley. This is definitely the main event, as Riley's going to beat Strickland too. So that's a hell of a main event, though. It's got a tall task, though, trying to follow all the matches we have seen in the main events so far for the first 2 tour shows that have been pretty great. Diamond K United Empire here as Cody Ameda beats Daniel Makabe. That's a huge win, though, for Diamond K. Makabe losing there, unfortunate for him. House of Black, the Bomb Squad. Oh, yeah, this was what I was thinking of having as the main event for day 2. So I think, though, we're still going to do this type of matchup, but we're going to switch around who's involved. I think we're going to go with like a junior 6-man. So we'll have Rob Eagles here. And I was thinking maybe even Casanova. Yeah, let's actually go Christian Casanova. And for Samurai Soul and Demonic Bomba, I guess we can go Kawato here. Plus the follow-up of what, with Dante Martin and Kawato. So there we go. Little switch and a little change, but still, as far as Darius will lose, and we'll give the win to, as far as Demonic Bomba. There we go. So an easy little switch there. For Woman, Donna Del Mondo. This is a Steelers Show matchup, trios matchup. As actually, I think we're gonna. Yeah, that's fine the way it is. As far as Athena, going to be beating Ashley Flair too. So what a win! Obviously, building up to the New Japan Strong Women's Tag Team Title matchup. House of Black. Oh no, this is we just clicked that. I'm an idiot. Rex Steiner and Oleg Bolton though, as far as the opening contest, with Rex beating Oleg here. Which, yeah, we should be good to go, though. I just gotta make sure this goes here, swap that around. There we go, we're all ready to go. Perfect, we got our venue set. Let's run it. Rex Steiner. Oh, no, we didn't have our venue set, fuck. As, shit. We had just ran the strong tape, and that's why I was thinking we had already picked our venue. Fuck, but Rex Steiner beating Oleg here with a military press power slam. Rex Steiner getting the win. 57-53, actually not too bad for an opening contest, but again, this would have been much better in real life, though. This match fucking rules. But that just kind of is what it is. Unfortunate from us. Cody made it Katsuki Nakajima, beating Makabe and Lee Moriarty. Cody made it with the Fisherman Buster. In 20 minutes, gets the win over Daniel Makabe. Wrong team probably won there, especially with Moriarty being the junior champ, but figured why not. With that regard as the Bomb Squad, beating House of Black, Demonic Bomba, pinning Darius Martin with the 450. Nice win for the Bomb Squad. And Del Sobas got the matchup. Actually, no, Dante was. Jesus, what a win. What a performance, rather, from Dante Martin. The women's matchup, my God, Ashley Flair, a 49. Brutal stuff there, but 9 minutes. As far as Athena getting the one with that top rope stunner, which is, again, man, as far as amazing that move looks, that cannot be good on her legs. Cannot be good. Her legs, her spine, can't be. The amount of people I've seen that have fucked up their bodies from doing top rope leg drops and shit, because that's basically what it is. It's just obviously, how you're landing. You're landing like that, but man, it's a tough way to. It's very, very tough on your body, I can imagine. But Athena getting the win, though, nonetheless, and a good matchup, or a good performance, rather. It was Pentagon Jr. and Ray Phoenix beating Lucha Brothers here. Fear Factor in the foot stomp. Off the top, getting the win over Evil. Obviously, the worst guy in the matchup, he was there just to take the fall, to build up to the Never Openweight title matchup. And then the main event, to build up to the title matchup. Russian Ryu Lee beating Shane Strickland and Tyler Black, as Ryu Lee pinning Strickland with as far as with the Dynasty Accardo. Oh my God, I always fuck up how to pronounce that, but as far as the Destino Codora, rather, Jesus, as but it's Tyler Black and Shane Strickland. They got outperformed because of Shane Strickland, but a good matchup though. This will be a fun match in 2024. As far as in that regard, but yeah, 81. Some of that main event do a lot better, especially with what we've seen in the days 1 and 2, but it is what it is. And now we go to our final show. We'll see who'll be walking away as champions. And hopefully we have a big-ass crowd. I think last year we ran Death Valley as far as the LSU's football stadium. We'll see where we run this year. As far as I'm thinking maybe Mid-South. Really just depends, really, as far as from that regard. Because I think we ran. I'm trying to think what we did the year before that, but anyways, well, on to the final show we go. Alrighty, so we are at the Clemson Memorial Stadium. Actually, the last year's show was at or as far as about said M&T Bank Stadium. That's the Ravens Stadium, the AT&T Stadium, the of course where the Cowboys play. As far as which was a shit ton of people to have at an arena show, because I believe we sold that fucker out. But yeah, that was the year before that. That was 2026 was the LSU Stadium show. But now we're at the Clemson Memorial Stadium show here in North Carolina. As far as for Clemson, as far as actually South Carolina, rather, Jesus Christ, as I'm all over the place. Hiromu and Ryu Lee do retain their titles as, oh, we forgot to put it as first fall on that order elimination. That's alright. Gable Guarini out first. I'm assuming Guarini was took the first fall there, as yeah, Gable's still injured, so it took a big toll there. And Juice not really in a technical masterclass setting, it probably doesn't really work best for him. But that's their first defense, though, of the New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team titles. They got the show to a good little start, though. I'll take it. A 73 for the New Japan Strong Women's Openweight Tag Team title matchup, and we do have new champions. Toni Storm, Becky Knockout Quinn of the Four Horsewomen, getting the win as the Hard Knocks for Becky Knockout Quinn in 22-28. And we have our first new champions of the night. Will there be more? Or will that be it? As we have the Velocities retaining here, as Jude London and Paris Day Silva do in fact beat the Tanahashi team of Kushida and Hashimoto. As Kushida does in fact lose here, as far as takes the fall from Jude London, 89 and 88 for Paris Day Silva and Jude London. Obviously got the tag team specialist bonus, and I got the crowd buzzing too, so all around good shit there. Only, obviously Captain 80, but it'd probably been a lot better had we give it more time. But again, something had to be the Steelers show matchup. Figured why not that? As Saraya Mayu Iwatani here with a 81, as far as a 25-minute matchup. Mayu Iwatani with a Dragon Suplex. Her fourth defense, so she's been quite a busy lady, flying all over the world. But her first defense here in New Japan at least, and already up to 4 defenses. What a run already that she is on. She's got a while before she catches Io Shirai, though. Jesus Christ. Ray Phoenix does, in fact, beat Will Hobbs here. New Never Openweight champ. Of course, Will Hobbs is still the New Japan Strong Openweight champ. But I figured, as far as David and Goliath, why not have David win here and get the win in a major way with a Never Openweight title win. And we'll see if his brother will, in fact, follow in his footsteps. Oh my god, Will Hobbs almost got injured. That would have sucked. As he does not. Jay White does in fact beat him with the Blade Runner. That's his first defense of the U.S. title. As Jay White pinning Pentagon Jr. Nice matchup though. As far as I'm very, very surprised. I think in 2028 of this match, I don't know though. Depends. If Pentagon Jr. is wanting to go all out, this could definitely be a good matchup. But even then, I don't know. 85 and 2028, I guess it really just depends on the landscape of how those guys are working at that time. Their Intercontinental title matchup sees Jon Moxley beat Tamura, the new Intercontinental Champion, and Jon Moxley gets him with the Death Rider, picks up that big fucker, and Heihachi Zamora slams him down. What a win for Mox there, new Intercontinental Champion, another accolade for his impressive resume. And our main event, oh my god, I forgot they don't click. As that is big tough. Big tough. But our first defense is a successful one for Tyler Black as he beats Rush with the curb stomp. Boy, what an abysmal matchup. Especially this show was really, really good. The worst thing on the card was the main event. Wild to think about that. As for our post-show press conferences, we have the Four Horsewomen, of course, celebrating their new win. But for Ashley Flair, talking about obviously what this means. This is Flair country. We're in Horseman territory. And to go out there, even though she wasn't as an in-ring competitor, in front of 82,000 people, all she could think about was her, her dad laying down the foundations of working these towns, the Greensboro Coliseum, going to tapings and Jim Crockett Promotions, as far as going there every week, all over the world, defending his titles, the heavyweight title, being the man, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a bitch that he was. But for her, she knows that her time in this business is dwindling. It's getting smaller and smaller. She figures she's got one more run in her. Just the feeling of the Clemson Memorial Stadium, getting in front of all those people, has given her that feeling of just the realization when she stepped out there. It's like, man, I might not be in here much longer. I got to enjoy all that I can. But she is focused on Mayu Iwatani. As far as a lot of people have written her off. But she was the one who was running the division. She was the baddest bitch out there. Maybe she probably wouldn't say baddest bitch out there. It's kind of, but the baddest lady out there. But Becky knocked out Gwen, Toni Storm, Ashley Flair, and BB Crawford, and she put together this unit to run New Japan Pro Wrestling, to be the pillars of the women's division for the, as far as a new era in New Japan was founded, started by the Four Horsewomen. As far as for her, that's how she wanted it and envisioned. And now you should see, Bex and Toni Storm getting their win gives her the motivation to hit the gym harder. Do everything she can to get into the best in-ring shape, the best attitude as far as getting in the right mindset to be a champion once again for one last run. So just really building up Ashley Flair for maybe a potential one last run. As far as to summarize all that, we got Mox. And it's a man that is obviously just went to war with Hayato Tamura, but for him, let's say Tamura busted him open. It turned into a real brawl at the end, where both guys just beat the fuck out of each other. As far as for 5-10 minutes, and you could tell that Mox had just been in a war, bleeding, but not defeated. Obviously, not even afraid of his own blood. A man that has bled before and he'll bleed again. But for him, it's looking at what's going on in New Japan for this. And as far as he's got a lot of things on his mind, and we could talk about this belt, but for him, it's just some gold, some leather, doesn't mean anything. The actual championship itself. But for him, it's what it represents for New Japan Pro Wrestling, the best wrestling in the world. He's been proud to be a part of New Japan Pro Wrestling, and he's been proud to see what has become of this, company that he watched for years on VHS tapes, going into the business, working, and striving to be in Japan. It's been great for him. And to see talent that have looked at this as an opportunity to go become a TV star, movie star, a model. It's a fucking joke. This is about wrestling. This is about being a guy that's going to walk through a street, through an airport, strike fear in people, because they know that this guy can beat the fuck out of them. This is what this business should be about. Not about a guy who's holding the company hostage, who's trying to cheap, not even just cheap shot, to come in and steal and take any opportunity he can to shortcut his way to success, to not go out there for 30 minutes, to not bleed, to not get your fists dirty, get your hands dirty, to not battle the best on any given night. Makes him sick. And he says that for whatever this group desires perfection, Peace, Love, and War, House of Black, if you need my help, Tyler Black, we might not have seen eye to eye, but I know what you have as far as for your mindset. We travel the roads up and down for years. I know what you want out of this business. I know what you want to strive to be in this business, and I will always respect that. That you need a hand, I'm here for you. So as far as a heartfelt promo for Mox here, because I feel like he could have a lot of those feelings about what's going on. But a guy that again loves wrestling. I mean, here's a guy that could be a star as far as like a TV guy, movie guy. As far as felt like he did pretty solid in 12 rounds for what it was. It was a WWE film, but his at least acting skills are not terrible. But he doesn't want that. Fuck no. He'd rather go to Japan and work a blood sport show and kick the shit out of people and get the shit kicked out of him. So I feel like those sentiments work well with Mox. And as far as from that regard, even throwing out the olive branch to Tyler Black. It's like, listen, we got some warfare going on, with these guys, and they're trying to take away everything that we've built up as far as for New Japan Pro Wrestling. That if Tyler Black needs him, he's always here. As our post-show press conference, we see the champion, Tyler Black, and, as far as talks about, match with Rush and how his first defense, he wanted to make sure that the 82,000 people did not come disappointed, even though I would assume, actually, that main event probably did not have them in the good graces of feeling confident, but as far as him getting the win, he knows that Sonata is eyeing him, whatever the office, if they get the deal done, or if he ends up, trying to walk out of the matchup, because he knows, he's a coward and will try to get the win any way he can. They even ask him about, kind of, if he was around to hear his thoughts about Moxley's press conference, which, he says he wasn't, he's in the shower. But then they basically fill him in, and he goes, well, as far as, I might just have to take him up on that offer. Who knows, what's going on with Sonata in the situation. But then in comes Tanahashi. And he goes, this is, breaking news. Figured to tell you in person, right here. The match between you and Sonata is in the potential stage of being done. Sonata has set a date, but we have one match to get to first, before we get to your guys' match. In regards to if he has his own show, a Sonata production, he might get his wish, but he's willing to put it all on the line in what will be dubbed an ultimate New Japan Warfare matchup. 2 rings, enclosed cage. The only way it ends is when one team is eliminated. There will be one side, Sonata and his men, Tyler Black. You will be on that other side, and if you beat him, Sonata will relinquish his G1 Climax briefcase. There will not be a heavyweight title matchup between him and you. He does not get his wish. However, if in fact you fall short and your guys don't get the job done, Sonata will get his matchup, will get his own show, and fortunately for me, I'll be out of a job. No more President Ace. Sonata will be handpicking my replacement. Boy, oh boy. What a big-time announcement, as that is happening at All Attack. New Japan has been under attack. Well, it's about time we go to war then. To fully see who is the better talent group. Will it be Tyler Black's potential House of Black? Maybe John Moxley involved. Maybe even others involved in the House of Black, though. They got a long road ahead, though. for Autumn Attack. But Designs of Perfection, Peace, Love, and War, seeing what Kingdom of Torture, what they will come up with as for their 5 combination. Honestly, I wanted it to be a 10-on-10 match, but it's physically impossible to do in the game. Because I wanted this to be the entire show, and I thought that'd be a hell of a match to go one after another as far as having elimination style where it's pinfall, submission, as far as, and it's just the match ends when there's no team left. So basically, it's not like your traditional war games where everyone's got to come in and then it's only over when somebody submits or gives up. Or I guess submits or surrenders. There we go. As far as the traditional war games, as fun as a concept as it is, and as it is a bit kind of predictable in a way. As far as, obviously, heels win the coin toss, those sons of bitches, And the babyfaces come out first. They're always down a man until the end, and, make the big rescue save, potentially. But for this, we wanted to have our own matchup, our own kind of setup for it. So it takes the War Games idea, expands on it to where it's only over when, after no team is down to no members. Pinfall submissions can occur at any time, as far as it's not waiting until, it's not the match. What they used to call the fucking War Games matchup now, as far as the match beyond the match. That doesn't sound right. But you get the gist of it. As far as the whole idea of the War Games was, it's first you have the match itself, and then now it's like now the match is really beginning type of thing. I feel like we don't need that. I feel like it could be more captivating if at any moment somebody can get eliminated. Somebody, as far as coming in, it can change the dynamic of, instead of maybe always being down a man, maybe they're down 2 men. Maybe even the heels are down. And it's just like, oh my god, are they going to be able to shift the momentum here? So many different variables to that. And I think for Autumn Attack to have that type of main event, a multi-man matchup with a lot on the line, boy oh boy. A future heavyweight title matchup in the balance, Tanahashi's job in the balance, maybe a first ever wrestler produced major show for New Japan, because I guess technically, obviously they've had the Taka and Tai Chi matches, and they've had, the anniversary shows. So I guess you could technically say that has been produced by maybe the talent that's involved. But I would say a big-time matchup like that with so many implications, future implications. Really, the biggest match that we could probably make for the year 2028 with how much is at stake here. And that is the next episode, though, as far as when we'll see that. But new champs, though, and new Intercontinental champ, new Never Openweight champ, new New Japan Strong Women's Openweight Tag Team champs. Not bad at all. Just, boy, terrible main event with Tyler Black and Roche. But Jon Moxley, man, he was phenomenal. Talked from the heart. Really brought out, I think, him. Pissed Off Mox is always the best Mox, in my opinion. Just when because again, he's one of the best promos when he is fired up. And man, I think that can really light a fire under him. To look at some of the disgusting shit that's going on with DOP. And we'll put over Hashimoto too. But that will do it, though, for this episode. Thank you all for watching. And we'll catch you guys next time for War. It's Autumn Attack. Boy, oh boy. Buy a fucking ticket. We can't build it up anymore. It is set. Biggest matchup of the fall. Very much a fall brawl. God damn it. God, I love it.